What does it really mean to speak to a woman and control her mind? Not like a desperate man scrambling for approval. Not like a nice guy rehearsing jokes and compliments. And not like a boy begging to be chosen. I'm talking about speaking like a strategist. A man who knows exactly what he's saying, why he's saying it, and the effect it creates. Most men fail because they speak from need. They want to be noticed. They want approval. They want validation. And without even realizing it, they place themselves beneath her. Then they wonder, why does no one take me seriously? Why do I always end up invisible, ignored, or in the friend zone? Today that ends, because I'm going to show you how to kill that weak game forever. How to stop talking from need and start speaking from power. Because when you learn how to speak with presence, authority, and controlled mystery, you stop being just another man in her inbox. You become the one she cannot forget, the one she cannot control, the one her mind keeps coming back to, even when she swears she's moved on. This is not about looks, not about money, not about degrees. It's about psychology. It's about understanding the hidden rules of female desire. And once you know those rules, you change the game forever. Why most men fail. Here's the first truth. Attraction dies when a man speaks from submission. You can hear it in his tone. Please like me. Please find me interesting. Please don't reject me. Every word he says carries the same hidden message. I need your approval. That is weakness. That is a man placing himself below her. And once she feels she owns your emotions, desire is dead. Because here's the brutal truth. No woman craves a man she controls. She may appreciate the nice guy. She may use him for comfort. She may even thank him for his effort. But she will never desire him. Desire doesn't come from safety. Desire doesn't live in predictability. Desire is born in tension, in curiosity, in uncertainty. The ego test. A woman's ego is always scanning, always asking one question. Can I control this man emotionally? If the answer is yes, attraction shuts off instantly. If she sees she can push your buttons, make you chase, make you explain yourself, she knows she owns you. And once she owns you, she's bored. But when she meets a man she cannot fully predict, a man who doesn't overgive, doesn't overexplain, doesn't need her attention, something changes. Her ego feels unsettled, and that unsettled feeling is the seed of desire. The man who awakens. Desire, understand this. The man who awakens true desire is not the one who says the perfect lines. It's not the one with the flashiest lifestyle. It's the man who moves from his own frame, who speaks without filtering everything through the question. Will she like this? Who is unimpressed by beauty because he's seen beauty before. Who treats her attention as optional, not essential. That man doesn't need arrogance. He doesn't need rudeness. He simply exists in a way that cannot be bent. He doesn't play her script. And the moment her script fails, she feels curiosity. And curiosity turns into obsession. Why? Anomalies are irresistible. Humans are wired to notice anomalies, to lock onto whatever breaks the pattern. Women are no different. When every man she meets floods her with validation, the one who doesn't becomes unforgettable. When every man explains himself, the one who stays silent becomes a mystery. When every man bends to her moods, the one who doesn't flinch becomes the challenge she can't resist. She doesn't crave what she understands. She craves what she cannot control. And the man who remains calm, composed, and unpredictable, he becomes the question she can't stop asking. From servant to presence. Here's the shift. Stop being her emotional servant. Most men give themselves away without realizing it. They listen to every problem. They text long paragraphs, trying to fix her moods. They compliment endlessly, hoping she'll finally see them as valuable. And then they're shocked when she says, "You're such a good friend." Of course she does, because a woman never desires what she already owns. You must stop offering your emotions like a gift basket at her feet. Instead, you become the man whose presence is the prize. When her beauty doesn't intimidate you, she feels it. When her indifference doesn't shake you, she notices. When her attention no longer feels like a reward, she recognizes, this man doesn't orbit me. He is the center of his own world. And that realization flips the dynamic. Suddenly, she is the one trying to earn your attention, speaking to her ego. Here's the secret most men never grasp. When you speak to a woman, you are not really speaking to her ears. You're speaking to her ego. Her ego is reading your every word, every pause, every bit of body language. It's scanning for weakness. Weakness shows up in energy, entering with fear, fidgeting with anxiety, over-explaining with doubt, chasing approval with nervous words. Even if you hide it behind a smile, she feels it instantly. And the verdict is quick, forgettable. But when you enter with calmness, when your words carry weight because you don't rush, when your silence is deliberate, everything changes. She feels unsettled. She feels curious. She feels drawn in, not because of the words themselves, but because of the energy behind them. The power of tension. Attraction doesn't live in comfort, it lives in tension. If she knows everything about you too soon, she feels nothing. If you give her constant validation, her imagination shuts down. If you rush to fill every silence, there's no mystery left. But when you create space, when you leave questions unanswered, when you let silence hang in the air like smoke, her mind begins to work. She starts imagining. She starts filling in the blanks. And what she imagines, she begins to desire. Because women don't fall for what you say directly. They fall for the feelings they generate inside themselves when you leave just enough space for mystery. The technique. Here's how you apply it. Step 1. Enter with calm energy. No urgency, no tension. Your mood is not dictated by her reaction. Step 2. Speak slowly, with weight, each word chosen carefully. This forces her to listen differently. Step 3. Use silence as a weapon. Don't fear it. Let it breathe. Let her feel it. Step 4. Drop the hook. Say in a steady, calm tone, there's something about you that attracts me and unsettles me at the same time. I don't know if that's good or dangerous. Then stop. No nervous laugh. No over-explanation. No apologizing. You let the silence carry it. And in that silence, her ego starts working overtime. What did he mean? Why does he feel that way? Why can't I stop thinking about it? That's how obsession begins. Not with paragraphs, not with constant attention, but with controlled tension and deliberate silence. The absence strategy. The most powerful part, you don't need to keep chasing. Real obsession grows in your absence. Leave conversations unfinished. Don't close every loop. Don't rush back in with double texts or explanations. Instead, disappear strategically. Let her imagination do the heavy lifting. Because while you're gone, she replays you in her mind. Your tone, your eyes, your words, your silence. And each time she replays it, the memory grows stronger than reality. Then, when you reappear, you do so with calm mystery, not apologies, not validation, just a soft spark. Heard a song, made me think of you. Had the strangest dream, not sure if I should tell you. You cross my mind. It's dangerous when that happens. Short, sharp, ambiguous. Enough to reignite the fire without giving her closure. Final words. So, understand this. You do not need to beg. You do not need to perform. You do not need to chase approval with endless words or constant attention. Real influence lives in silence. Real attraction is built in the space between words. The men who get forgotten are the ones who explain, who please, who overtalk. The man who gets remembered is the one who makes her feel tension, mystery, and curiosity she cannot resolve. She won't remember every sentence you said. She will remember how you made her feel. If she felt curiosity, she will think of you. If she felt tension, she will replay the moment. If she felt unsettled, she will crave your presence again and again. That is how you dominate her mind. Not through performance, but through controlled calmness, strategic silence, and the confidence to let her imagination do the work. Because the man who doesn't need to be liked, the man who moves with his own rhythm, that man is rare, and rare is irresistible.